In the name of Allah, the beneficent, the merciful, I bear witness there is no God but Allah. Muhammad is his messenger. I would like to greet you all with the greeting words of peace. We said in the Arabic language of Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to your power call this morning. We're going to finish part 2, which is not long. This wasn't a long lecture from the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan yesterday. So we're going to finish this rather quickly today. And hopefully we can get some feedback from you guys about the message. And you can comment on what you even heard yesterday, by the way. Now, we're going to start off with this video from the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, and I might do this every single day. And hopefully you guys get the message and the reason for why I'm going to play it. Every single morning that we have the power call, we're going to play this same message right here that I'm about to share before we get started.
The Bears are playing. I don't want to go no more. I don't want to sit up here no lecture. You talk too long. I mean, it would be all right if he could just say it, in, in an hour. I can get back to my TV stories or whatever. So if you come to the mosque and you don't even bring to the mosque a mind to learn, then you are not getting the food that will enable you to fight the forces that are against the very life that you say you want to lead. I looked at the mosque and I said, the mosque is failing. Wednesday night is a meeting. Friday is a study group. Sunday, there's a mosque meeting. What are you being taught on Wednesday? What are you being taught on Friday? What are you being taught on Sunday? And is it enough to equip you to deal with what you have to deal with out there? And my answer is, I don't think so. I don't think so. I actually think that as Muslims, we're being overcome. How do you know that? You see it in the actions of our young people. You see it in the actions of the elders. You see it in the actions of the leadership. We are being overcome. We take the mosque as a joke almost. We take the mosque like, well, the Christians go to their service, I'm going to mine. It's fine, glad you're here. But what's your purpose for coming? And what's my purpose for coming? My purpose for being here is not to hear you applaud and say Allahu Akbar. I mean, that was nice when I was a youngster. Applause fascinates us, Approval fascinates Negroes. But it's irrelevant to me whether you approve or not. Thanks to Allah, I've grown past that. When I come out, I want to feed you that which will inspire you to do something with your life and to give you that knowledge that will enable you to survive until the next time I see you without being overcome. You're in a war, whether you know it or you don't know it. The white man is not playing, brothers and sisters. His world is coming down, and the white man does not intend to lose. He's a powerful enemy. He wears down the strugglers. He beats them up from vantage points that they know not. He attacks in the nature of us. He makes mischief with the created things of God. He's a formidable enemy.
So with that being said, brothers and sisters, I want us to, when we get up in the morning and we come on these calls, to come with a purpose. And not just come with the purpose, but also I want us to, as I've been striving to get us to see, to discover our purpose. Our purpose for living. Our purpose for living is not to make money. You're making money for a reason. Whether it's freedom, whether it's for you to pursue your gift, whatever that is. But don't come to the power call or wherever you go, even to the mosque, the study group, the church, just to get some knowledge and go back and do nothing. If the admin team, if y'all can make sure everybody's muted, please. But don't come without having a mind that's conscious on thinking about how can what the minister's saying this morning, how can what I'm reading apply to me specifically? How can what I'm learning from others when they share, how can I take, it may not be the situation that I'm in, but the principle of it, how can I take it and apply it to my life? We're watching There Is No Mystery God. We're watching that. You've seen the majority of it yesterday. We're going to watch the rest of it today. As we're viewing this, really get a deeper understanding, really strive to see what does God have in this particular lecture specifically for me. Because if we come with the mindset of, I'm hopping on the power call this morning with what we got today, and I'm just going to be listening, oh, that was really good. But then we go back and a week goes by and our life is not improved. The month goes by and our life is not improved. Then what are we coming for? Now, it doesn't mean you got to have this big drastic change like, oh, Brother Ben, I done bought a house in a week, brother, and everything in my life. But some type of change, some type of patience got a little bit better. My organization got a little bit better. My planning got a little bit better. My execution got a little bit better. Something happens. And we have to know what our weaknesses are and kind of look at some of the things that, we struggle with. We all struggle with something. So let's just try to get better at it. And so whenever especially those of y'all who are in Building Wealthy Families, when we ask, hey man, what's your goal for the beginning of the month? And we write those things down. We want to be able to come back at the end of the month and say, man, I got a little bit more better at that thing, man. Oh man, I got a little bit more closer to my goal. That's the goal here. That's the goal. So let's get back to the lecture, part 2 of There Is No Mystery God. We got about, let me see, maybe 12 minutes left. It was about an hour lecture, so we covered majority of it yesterday, but let's check it out.
Brother said, look, I'm really going to try and work for myself. I'm going to use my life in a better way. I'm going to stop believing that there's some mystery God that's going to change reality for me. I'm going to change the reality in my own life. Brother, when you start thinking like that, you will start using the power of your own self, and you'll see that you got all the power you need to change reality. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, the fire of the sun is the life and the energy that energizes our universe. He said the fire of the sun is in all of us. So that means you got light, you got power. It just has to be turned on, activated. Now just think with me in the closing minutes of this lecture, what damage it does to your mind to think that there's a mystery God. Check this out. I'm at home and I'm hungry. My children are hungry. And I go in my next room and I pray, Lord,
Give us this day our daily bread. Amen. And I come out and sit down. Children, don't worry. The Lord is going to take care of everything. You keep on sitting there, doing nothing, praying that the Lord will give you some daily bread. See, if you and your family don't starve to death, waiting on the Lord. But if you went in your room and said, Lord, give us this day our daily bread, and I know you're going to do it because you got control over conditions, so now, Lord, I'm going to work in my wheat field. I'm plowing it up, and I'm planting wheat, because you can't have bread without wheat or flour. So I'm doing my part. Then God sends the clouds with the rain, and the earth does its part. And before you know it, I got a field of wheat, and I grind the wheat into flour, and then I make me some daily bread. I'm not talking about daily the mayor giving you bread. I'm talking about you going to work daily producing your own bread. If you sit around and wait for a mystery God, you're going to be poor, ragged, hungry, naked, and out of doors. Any of you Muslims who call yourself followers of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, they're still working for the Caucasian and still planning to stay there with him. You don't follow the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. That's right. If you follow the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, you know that the white man is going to dump black people, and he already has dumped a great portion of us. He doesn't have no more jobs for our young men. So what are we going to do? Allow our young men to be swallowed up selling drugs? Or are we going to call our young men and say, no, we got to go to work and create jobs for ourselves? I'm saying steal away. If you can't walk away, steal away, and let's go on and do something for ourselves. Just a few of us that are here, if we went to work for ourselves, the money that we would produce would allow us quickly to build institutions to serve our own. White folks were smart. They went to work, and then they saw some black folks in Africa. They said, let's get them and put them to work. And they put our fathers to work for them for 300 years for nothing. I didn't say work a week for nothing. Look, brother, just the people in this room, if I worked you for 1 week and kept your pay, I would be fat at the end of the week. Suppose I worked you for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month and kept your pay. Wouldn't I be able to live well? Can you imagine somebody keeping somebody else's pay for all of their life and their children's life and their children's 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 life, going to 310 years? Our people never got a payday. White folks got our money, kept our money, worked us, and made us build a world for them that they lock us out of the benefits of? Do you expect that man to turn around now and make it possible for you to make advancement in his world? The kingdom of heaven is within you. you got to build your kingdom. And it starts today, not tomorrow, today, with you making a commitment that I'm not going to wait on no mystery God. I'm going to get up today and start planning my move. Yes, sir. Yes. If I got a job and the money is pretty good, I'm going to hold it for now. But I'm going to see how I can steal away. Because even if the money is good today, it's not going to last always. So I better be ready to do something for myself if I want to feed my family. And I'm telling you, my young brothers, you come on and unite with us. And we will teach you how to go out here and make some money. And you don't have to steal, cheat, or sell drugs. But you will be able to feed yourselves and your family. Sisters, you too. I know they give you jobs while they don't give the brother nothing. But the job that they give you is to get close to you. Because they don't want to just give you a job. They want to give you a baby. They know that the heaven that the Jesus was going to bring about, they're going to have to qualify to get in it, and most of them know they're not going to make it. And that's why we used to sing a song on the plantation. Everybody talking about heaven ain't going there. Heaven, heaven. No, these crackers were talking about heaven all the time, but they ain't not going there. They're making you work to build a heaven for them now. I'm saying, black man and woman, wake up. And let's go to work and build a heaven for ourselves now, while we live. And let us learn how to live, where we can be at peace with one another, not at each other's throat, but we got to learn how to be at peace, how to pool our resources, our talent, our energy, our skills. And then in a little while, you'll look all over Chicago and we'll say, yeah, we own that, we own this, we own this. Yeah, now this is our skyscraper. Yeah, that's our ship. These are our ships here going over the highway. Yeah, these are our airplanes. These are our trucks. And when you can say that, the world will look at you differently. They'll never say, there go those niggers. They'll say, there goes those people of God. For the kingdom that they've been preaching about, singing about, is now becoming a reality. Beloved brothers and sisters, there is no mystery God. So from this day forward, you must know that God is real, and he works through people, and he'll give you knowledge and wisdom to get up and do something for yourself. So may Allah bless each and every one of you to understand what was said today, that you must get up and make a difference. Don't start tomorrow. Start now, today, and say, never again will I be a slave for somebody else. The kingdom of God is within me. I intend to bring it out and benefit from it. Thank you for listening as I greet you in peace. Assalamu alaikum.
My. Yes, indeed. Now, y'all heard the minister mention something in this message here called the still away method. How many of y'all are old enough, been in the nation long enough to know what that still away method is? Any brothers, any elders in here, any pioneers in here that know what the minister is referring to when he says the still away method? Uh-oh, Sister Shalon. Anybody else? Is Sister Shalon the only one? Is she the only one? Let's see who been in the nation for a while. Uh-oh. Okay. There we go. All right. Well, guess what? Let me ask y'all this question. Now, how many of y'all have it? Project Still Away. How many of y'all have the blueprint that y'all got back in the day? Any of y'all have it? Any of y'all know what was actually taught in it? Shoot, I need it today. She said, in my mind. Well, guess what, brothers and sisters? I have the blessing and pleasure of having that at my disposal. You do have it, Brother Daniel. If you do have it, can you send me what you got? Man, I need to see what you got, Brother Daniel. But let me show you guys. I have something that was shared with me. And man, I gotta tell you, what I've been teaching you guys as far as marketing and what I've been sharing with you guys how to market your business. Do you know that a lot of that stuff is already in this blueprint? It's amazing, man, to see the similarities. And y'all know I wasn't around at that time. So, man, this is so cool. Let me share my screen with you guys. Let me know if y'all can see my screen. Can y'all see my screen?
Yes.
All right. So check this out. Project Still Away. Now, we're not going to read the entire thing. And of course, some of the stats is outdated because this is back in the day. But we're just going to go over some of the principles here. And I'm gonna find a way to put this all on one document because I got several documents of this. So I'm going to put together one complete thing and see about getting that to you guys. But let's read over this. The mission. Our mission is the resurrection of the dead and the total liberation of our people here in America and throughout the world. Toward the end, one of our chief aims is to build institutions that are independent of our enemy. We cannot build a nation for ourselves, giving our time, energy, and attention to building and maintaining a nation for our enemy. To advance our nation, our own nation, we must steal away home. We must know that we do not have long to stay dependent on that which Allah, God, is ending. Time dictates our agenda. Based upon our knowledge of the time, we introduce to you Project Still Away. All right, now these are all the actual facts of what the condition was at that time. It may be better, may be worse. So we're going to come down. We'll scroll down. All right, boom. We're going to start right here with reflection. Now, this is going to be a hard pill for some of you all to swallow here. But here it is. Master Fard Muhammad, to whom praises are due forever, came to us as a salesman. This was to show you and me that sales door to door are our way out of our present condition. Now, here's the good part about you guys who's reading this in 2024. You know, with social media, door to door is not the only way today, because we can reach people door to door, quotation marks, DM to DM on social media. I can talk to 1,000 people and reach 1,000 people online today versus 20, maybe 50, by me physically going door to door. But the point is, direct sales to a person are our way out of our present condition. We know that nothing had its origin outside of God, and isn't it interesting that no civilization with commerce and spheres of activity had it beginning without salesmen? Read that again. No civilization with commerce and spheres of activity had it beginning without salesmen. Now, I know you don't want to do it. I didn't want to do it either. I'm an introvert. I don't want to DM 3 people per day, Brother Ben. I don't want to do this. Okay. All right. I'm just giving you what the teachings say, okay? Y'all can do what you want to do with it. The mission. Our chief aim is to build institutions that are independent of our enemy. The Final Call Building, the National Center. So we got that. The Financial Freedom Plan is programmatic form, is designed to impel us from being major consumers to major producers. Our aim is to change the current program and position of job seeking to what? To that of job creating. We must abolish old habits in spending and redirect our dollars if we are to enrich and improve the quality of life for ourselves and our people. So I'm pointing and highlighting some of these things because when we say there is no mystery God, these are the changes that needs to be made if we want to change our condition. We can come on here and get all the affirmations. We can come get all the knowledge, all the we are God's talk. But if this piece right here, the plan isn't put into practice, our life will not change. Okay? So let's scroll down here. Check this part out right here. Okay. Suggested items for you to get to be successful. A notepad. Now we know in today you got your iPhone or your Android. You can take notes on your phone. A briefcase may not be needed in today's time, but you get the point of it is to have your documents or whatever you need on hand. An appointment book. Today, that is a digital calendar. A record book, a calendar, and thank you cards. So just take the principles of what was taught at that time and see how we can attribute this to modern time. So this should be a lot easier for us to do and accomplish in modern time versus what y'all had back in the day, having to physically walk in the sun and the heat, door to door. Not saying you don't do those things today, but you know, there's other ways to do it as well. Your 100 customer plan. This is what I want all of us to get. 100 customers. Let's start off with 100. I know in today's time you can get 1,000, you can get 100,000 with social media, but can we all agree that, hey, you know what? I'm gonna strive to get 100 customers. Any goal looks big when not put in proper perspective. With minimal participation of 2 hours per day, you can easily obtain 100 customers in less than 30 days. According to our current statistics, the acceptance rate door to door is 3 out of 10. Based on these averages, in 24 days, you can have 100 customers base to operate from. Now, watch this, y'all. I'm gonna break this down even more. With social media, I believe these numbers can also be the same on social media. Why? When we go door to door, they don't know who's on the other side of that door. They don't know your background. They don't know your history. They don't know if you are really who you say you are. Now, Brother Ben, how could this be better? And how could that objection be handled on social media? Well, if you have a Facebook page, an Instagram page, a YouTube page that has you talking about what you do consistently, now before they engage with you, they can check you out on their own. They can't do that in person. They got to take your word for it. But if you have a page where you're giving game, you're giving value, you're talking about the things you believe in, they know who you are when you DM them, which makes it more easier for them to be receptive because they can see who you are based on your profile. Okay, now let's look at the plan that was given. 30-day 100 customer plan. Average acceptance, 3 out of 10. Working 2 hours per day, working 6 days a week. Average 13 contacts door to door per hour or 26 contacts each working day. Total customers per day on average 4. So in other words, the goal is 4. Now, what did I give you guys who've been in digital real estate class with me? What I say? 3 per day. 3 per day. And many people, when I check back with y'all, how many of y'all been doing your 3 per day? Not me, not me, not me, not me, not me. Okay? This will give you 100 customers in less than a month. This task is very simple. You set your sights on your goal, then you put the plan into motion. Doing a little, just a little, each day will bring you closer to your goal at the close of each day. Let's take a look and see what income this means for you. Sounds familiar, don't it? Just a little, each day, execution, each day. Now we're going to skip past this piece right here because obviously these numbers are back in the day and don't apply to today. This just goes over each book or product that they were selling and talks about the points of emphasis at the door, pretty much highlighting the benefits, which means whatever product you're selling, talk about the benefits, not the features of the book. Okay? This don't say, oh, you're going to get this many chapters in Message to a Black Man. You're going to get this many pages. That's the features of the book. What are they highlighting here? The benefits, the knowledge that you gain from the book. Okay? Let me see here. All right, here we go. Financial plan, how to get started. The most difficult impediment when seeking to obtain an object is ourselves. You will find that attitude is your greatest asset when working for yourself. We must remember that anytime we seek something of value, a difficulty factor presents itself. Oh, let me highlight that. Oh, let me highlight that. We must remember that anytime, do it say sometime, some of the time, a little bit of the time, every now and again? Anytime we seek something of value, a difficulty factor presents itself. So how you handle the difficulty determines the output or the result of that which you are pursuing. However, also remember that obstacles can only be seen when you take your eye off the goal. That's deep. Obstacles can only be seen when you take your eye off the goal. Well, Brother Ben, I'm not good at this. Your eye must be off the goal. Well, Brother Ben, I don't know if they're going to accept it. See, you worrying about the wrong thing. Your eye off the goal. Well, I just don't know how, man. I just don't know how. Sound like your eye's off the goal. When my eye is on the goal, I'm willing to do anything, I don't have two things. You can't, listen, two things can't occupy the same space at the same time. Your brain can't even think about two things at the same exact time. So if you're thinking about those things, if you're bringing up these problems, that means you're not thinking about the ultimate goal. You're not thinking about the positive result that you're going to get when you accomplish this, not if, when. So if you're coming up with all these excuses, that means that's what your mind is currently thinking about. A pebble on the beach is insignificant in that you cannot see it so easily with the naked eye. Yet when placed close to the eye, it can literally block your view. Wow, think over that. We must discard of little things that threatens our progress. Take each day at a time and each task in each day at a time. Did it say each goal? Uh-oh, don't that sound familiar? Did it say each goal at a time? No, each task in each day at a time. Prioritize, organize, and stabilize. Here we go. Now, those of y'all who are in BWF, some of this is going to sound familiar from Sister Courtney. Designate a section in your home or apartment to serve as your business office. Develop a file system. Get organized. Okay? Schedule your week so you are available for training. Check your saving and or regular earnings at present to see what you have to invest in your business. And here are the recommended readings. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill and How to Master the Art of Selling. So go ahead and write that down. Go ahead and write that down. Those two books. And we'll read those eventually on the power call as well. Oh, we getting the blueprint today, y'all. Okay, now here's a recommended schedule for you guys. Get up in the morning, rise in prayer, study session. So you studying between 5:30 and 6. Then you got your workout. Reflect on previous work day and plan for the day, goal setting and charting progress. Prepare for the workday. Work your designated area. Prayer and break. Look at this. Continue service accounts. End of workday, dinner, and spend time with family. Record daily activity and progress. Now, obviously, everybody's going to be slightly different. Everybody don't have these open times, but this is just a template. Contrary to popular belief, sales or self-employment is not complicated. Very simple when proper planning is done. You cannot escape hard work and difficulty when it comes to the attainment of an object desires. We should note that sales as a business is 3 businesses in one. First, there is prospecting. Next, presentation and education of your product or service. And last, servicing existing accounts or fulfillment. Regulating your day is as essential as the act of selling. You will find in sales, as in life, there are 2 things people will do: what they want to do and what they have to do. Woo, that was good there. The choice is yours. You would do 2 things: what you want to do or what you have to do. You can make sales the highest paid work or the lowest paid easy work. In order to raise our nation by accomplishing the stated goals and objectives, we have several products worth reviewing. So the final call, set of books, CDs, DVDs, bean pies. If you're not in a nation or you don't have these products, you just replace those with your products. Now here's some sales tips and techniques. Remember to go in the name of Allah. Remember to go representing the teaching in the most exemplary way. Be clean, neat, and well-groomed. There are 3 things that must go into your presentations. Tell them what they are getting ready to tell them what you are getting ready to tell them. Tell them what you came to tell them. Tell them what you just told them. And then here's a little script. My name is Brother Ben X. I'm a representative of Minister Louis Farrakhan, the Nation of Islam. We're working in the community, asking everyone to help in the fight against poverty, drugs, and gang violence by taking a current issue of our Final Call newspaper. This newspaper will keep you well informed on topics concerning Black people all over the world. We are asking a donation of $1. Thank you, sir, ma'am. I would like to bring you the next issue when it comes out. Will that be all right with you? May I please get your name, address, phone number, etc. Boom. That's the little script that they had. Remember, the goal is at least 100 customers. Then it goes into the sales techniques. The age we live in is more enlightened age comparatively from previous generations. In fact, marketing predictions depicts tomorrow's economy as one characterized more by quality and taste as opposed to need and quantity. It is essential that we know our environment or the field that we work in. Staying abreast of current issues keeps you a step ahead. Prospecting. The aspect of sales is really a business in itself. There are three areas of concern here: cold calling, observatory, referral. That's prospecting. 2, preparation. Being prepared is everything in sales. Knowing what you are going to say and an anticipation of responses you will receive. There's a script in your presentation package. Motives. Be aware of buying motives. This provides you with advantages in presentation of your products and benefits. Remember, the master sales approach is not to sell things, but ideas and concepts. Here we go. Y'all been learning this in digital real estate. People don't buy products, they buy what products can do for them. People don't buy the products. They don't care about the features. They don't care that it's an ebook with this many chapters. They care, what can it do for me? All right. Sales is a procedure of 3 essential steps: introducing yourself and your company, describing your product, ask for the order. Remember, selling is a procedure, not a problem. It only becomes a problem when it ceases to be a procedure. So that's it. That's it for that one. Man, there's some good stuff, ain't it, man? Hold on, let me put up another one. Let's see what else I got here. Man, there's some good stuff in this thing. See if this is one right here. Let me see. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, that's it for the still away plan right there. Let me see. There's this. Yep. Yeah, the next one is just like a little Excel sheet that they got that helps them get their customers. But yeah, that was pretty much it, y'all. General Fall of America. Yep, that was it. So I'll try to get that on something principle wise and get that to you guys. So anybody have anything that they would like to share, go ahead and press the number 1 at this time if you have anything that you would like to share. Anybody who have anything that you would like to share or anything that stood out to you, press the number 1. It can be about the lecture or it can be about whatever we discuss. Let's go to Sister Tornisa.
Assalamu alaikum. Wow, this is amazing. Brother Ben, you're on the right track. All praises due to Allah. When they said it's a procedure, it's not, sometimes we look at things as a problem, but it's not, and he gave us techniques, he gave us skill sets, everything we're taught in the program of BWF. Designate a section in your home to serve as a business, develop a file system, schedule your work week, check your savings and your earnings. And he gave us recommended reading, and I always think about when you talk about, because I read Think and Grow Rich. I didn't read How to Master the Art of Selling. But what you taught us is not how much we read, how much have we processed the reading, So we could read everything, but are we doing it what it tells us to do? And so that was like good. We always talked about the steal away. I've heard about, work a little bit, but I never seen this whole program, how it worked. We heard about it. We was taught how to do it, but I never seen this. I guess I came in a little bit later than that, but I did, hear people say steal away. Some of the stuff I seen, but not this whole thing. So I just want to say thank you for sharing this with us, because it really gives us a key, to let us know that you are on the right track, and we just have to follow it. And it's just a little bit. It's not a little bit, like you said. It's not much. 4 customers a day, and we just going out there and doing the work. We just got to make it happen. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Brother Daniel.
Yes, sir. As soon as I can get my hands on that historic paradigm, that'd be a blessing. When the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said that we can't have it in our mind to stay on the job of a man that we know is going down, that says to me that still away is not an option, it's an obligation. And when he spoke about Master Father Muhammad going door to door and how he was a salesman, he told us to go door to door. And as you said, dear brother, that also is the DM, because we got digital doors. We have no choice. And 100 customers is a start and a platform, a base, and a minimum. But it's certainly an achievable goal and something that can be to get us started. And I see that foundation as really helping the mind to be mission orientated, as opposed to the mission taking a second, third, fourth, fifth place, or no place at all. As a registered Muslim, I can't go along in the nation with the mission being, when I get to it. I can remember Sister Ava saying that the work of resurrection is not a part-time job, family. So I mean, if we're going to be effective with it, it's going to have to become our sole purpose. And I can see how the 100 customers through the door to doing the digital real estate is a plan to make it a sole purpose and not a temporary thing. So when the minister was speaking about not believing in the mystery God, going out and doing this type of work, you're definitely not going to be able to believe in the mystery God, because we're going to have to be focused. We're going to have to understand that this is God's work that we're doing, and we're going to have to call on the God to do this. So it's right on time for me, because I actually have been getting back out in the field more regularly, and I don't want to cast my net haphazardly. I heard Mother Tanetta talked about the disciples who were just throwing their net haphazardly, and they wasn't catching many fish, but when they did it on the right side, she said they caught 153 fish. And she said, isn't it interesting that the 153 plus the Jesus is a lesson code of 154? So there is a structure and a blueprint and a plan of how to do this and be successful, and taking another look at the Still Away program. That's a solid blueprint, and that's something that certainly can be put in place and give some structure, some order, and some discipline to making this a reality. So I definitely appreciate it. I hope I can get my hands on it soon, and that's about all for right now. Thank you.
Praise be to Allah. All right. Anybody else have anything that they would like to share? I'm going to work on getting that done. I'm actually going to add on to it some principles and some things, and maybe even some quotes from Think and Go Rich, or the art of, like, just before you guys get the book, I'm going to try to make it extensive and kind of bring it down for anybody who's not even in the nation, who don't have a book to sell and things of that nature, like Mr. the Black Man. But you'll be able to use the concepts and principles for what you're doing. So yeah, I should have something about done by the end of day, God willing. Let's go to Sister Shalon.
Okay, good morning. Great morning to everyone. Okay, so the piece that you share with us to begin with, that you said that you will share with us every morning from the minister, when he said, bring a mind to learn, to get food, to learn how to fight these forces every day, that is something that I have in my mind each and every time I know that I'm getting ready to go on the property for either Wednesday or Sunday or the Friday study group. So you pointing that out, or him, you bringing that up and him pointing that out was something that I've really, really focused on. And it helps because, as he says, as Muslims, we are being overcome. And we see it in the actions of the people. So to have that mind to go to focus on energizing yourself with the message is extremely necessary because of what we see. So it's necessary for me, and I focus on that because, as he says, people have been beat up by vantage points that we had no idea, or we have no idea of where they're coming from. They come from so many different angles in our lives, and I bear witness to that. But because I constantly am on that property so that I can keep feeding myself to make it through all of these beat up vantage points. So I'm grateful to have heard that. I know that I have to use my life in a better way because of what the past has done. I have to throw that completely out. And I have to keep reminding myself, constantly remind myself, let go of that past, whatever it was, whatever it has done. Just keep focusing on a better way. And as he said, we all have the power to change reality. And I know that it is sitting up in me, that power that he definitely gave all of us. And when he said, don't keep sitting around doing nothing, I find myself at times throughout the day. I have found myself in the past in times trying to take a nap throughout the day and for the strangest reason I lost. Like, no, you not getting ready to take a nap for what? I don't care how sleepy you are. You haven't done enough to be sleepy. He refuses to let me take a nap. And all I do is submit and say, okay, I get myself up, sit myself up, and find me something to do, regardless of what it is, whether it's just me reading something or going back over something that I've done. I'm grateful for him quickening my spirit to get up and not even think about sleeping. There's no time to sleep. Jesus says, I sleep when I die. I know that's not realistic, but still in all, I understood the message behind that. The project still away, my goodness. That part there has been the most, I won't say the most, but it's been a difficulty factor that I have to overcome. And I've made myself stop telling myself I don't like sales. My dad has been in sales for over 40 something years. And he is constantly trying to tell me and get in my head, Shalon, stop saying that you're not a salesman. Stop putting in your head that you don't like sales. So I've made myself stop doing that. My daughter just asked me the other day, am I ready to go door to door? And I shared with her, yes, simply because I know I have to become a salesperson. I have to get that. I don't want to be a salesman. I'm not a salesman. I have to get that out of my head. So I've told myself I have to DM the people. I have a list in Drea when I was in there. I noticed, and I had not even known this. I came across it that there are people in there who have given their emails and numbers that want my book. So I have to go into the DMs, even though I don't have the what I had, I have another way. There are multiple ways. I have to tell myself there are multiple ways to reach the people. When one door closes, another one is there to make it happen. I like when he said about thank you cards, because someone said to me before, whenever a gift is given for whatever reason, give a thank you card. This is another avenue to use thank you cards. So I'm glad to have come to have heard that part. Consistently talk about what I do and give game. That is that, as you say, 4 times a day posting. I have to consistently talk about what I do and give game and give value to the people. And as he said, anytime we seek something of value, there is a difficulty factor. My difficulty factor is the courage. And I just realized that not too long ago when someone told me that, Shalon, you have to get some more courage. And that there, I'm realizing has been my difficulty factor. I have to get over that. I have to get past that. And as you said, people care about the products that, well, care about what the products can do for them. I know what my product can do for the people. So I just have to get busy, get going, and get the courage and get this fear factor, whatever the heck it is, and whatever the heck is in my space. I have to blow it the hell away and get it out of my space. But thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for this. To prioritize, to organize, and to stabilize is a focus of mine from this moment forward. So thank you for this message, this lecture, and everything that you brought this morning. It has resonated with me and I appreciate it. Prioritize, organize, and stabilize. Those are front and center for me.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you for sharing. Let's go to Brother Daniel.
Yes, sir. Thank you, great sister. It's always good to hear something that stimulates thought. When she mentioned overcoming, that reminded me of something. The minister said, we have been overcome. He didn't leave the mosque out. You know, Satan is working overtime to take as many down to hell with him as he can. And I'm looking in the news and I see the divisiveness amongst us as a people. But as a black man, I particularly see an assault. As he said, the black man is going to be under great assault. I don't have to go into no detail, but if we watching, we can see what's going on. Um, so I just thought about how the mission, the 100 customers, the project Still Away, is really saving grace. The scripture that came to my mind was when Noah was instructed to make the ark under our revelation and under our guidance. And I know that's in there for the two messiahs, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad and the honorable Minister Farrakhan. But if we want to be in that ark, or what we call in the study guide, that place of security, what type of security will we be getting if we, in fact, carry that sacred mission into practice through this divine program called a Still Away? You know, we've been told that in our neighborhoods, if we don't do a certain type of work and people don't know that we Muslim, when that hour go down and it's really wild out there, we could be in some serious trouble because nobody don't know who you are. But just perhaps the work that we do to help save our people can be bringing some calm to a situation where no calm exists. And as the Supreme Wisdom say, cannot a fool see that a mighty change is taking place in progress in all living creatures? It's a lot going on, family. This is a very, very dark hour. And I'll be honest, I've never seen so much self-hatred and consternation amongst our own people. We thoroughly divided on politics and other things, and we arguing and fighting like we ready to go to blows with one another over the white man's politics. I had to go and listen to the Ye message that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan did when Ye and Ivory was under assault. And he said that the enemy is working 100% to cause us to fight and kill one another. And I see something like that unfolding right now in this current atmosphere. So this is a great time and a great opportunity to not be overcome, but to be one of the overcomers and to be under the protection of God through his two messiahs and work while we still got a little daytime. Once that night hit, we've been told there's not going to be no door to door. I don't even know if we'd be able to DM anybody, but the being in that hour could shut stuff down. So we in a tough time. So while we got some daylight, it'd be best to get to work. Thank you, fam.
Yes, sir. Anybody else have anything that they would like to share? Anything that stands out to you? Sister Shalon?
Yeah, I was reminded when it was said faith without works is dead. I had my god brother years ago to say that I think I was sharing with him about getting a job or something with regard to that. I know it was about working. And when he said to me that basically, not verbatim, because I don't remember verbatim what he said, but it went along the lines of he's waiting on God. God is going to make a way for him. And I reminded him, you've got to work. That's the logistics of faith without works. And he was so hell bent on telling me that God is going to make a way. So in that, he was letting me know that he's just going to sit around and just wait. Yeah, he's going to go out there and move around and try to do whatever he can do on that end, which made no sense to me when you must fill out applications. You must go out and put in the work with whatever it is you want to do. So that said to me that there are many of our people out here where we know there are many who really do believe in this mystery God. They're just going to pray and just wait on it to happen. not knowing that there is no praying and waiting. Pray and work. So that's a thought that I had that came up with regard to faith without works. It really does mean put in the work. You cannot have the faith and sit around and do nothing. So I just wanted to share that tad bit that I remembered.
Yes, ma'am. I wanna give us a scripture here. 1 Corinthians 3:16 says, "Don't you realize that all of you together are the temple of God, and that the Spirit of God lives in you?" Now, how many of us want heaven on earth? Just comment yes. How many of y'all want heaven on earth? Now, I was reading something back in the day because I want heaven on earth too. And as I was reading, let me pull up this chapter here. I mean, this is really, I mean, it's like, wow, these answers are in the scripture now. I mean, they've been in there, but you know, let me try to get this for us. I don't like this. I don't want to go to this version. Why is it not letting me change? All right, here we go. Now let's read this together as a group. We're gonna go to the book of Luke. Now it says, and the Lord said, this is Luke 17 said, and the Lord said, if ye had faith as a grain of mustard seed, ye might say unto this sycamore tree, be thou plucked up by the root, and be thou planted in the sea, and it should obey you. But which of you, having a servant plowing or feeding cattle, will say unto him by and by, when he is come from the field, go and sit down to meat? And will not rather say unto him, make ready wherewith I may sup, and gird thyself and serve me till I have eaten, drunken, and afterward thou shalt eat and drink? Doeth he think that servant because he did the things that were commanded him? I trow not. So likewise ye, when ye shall have done all those things which are commanded you, say, we are unprofitable servants. We have done that which was our duty to do. And it came to pass, and he went to Jerusalem, that he passed through the midst of Samaria and Galilee. And as he entered into the certain village, there met him 10 men that were lepers, which stood afar off. And they lifted up their voices and said, Jesus, Master, have mercy on us. And when he saw them, he said unto them, go shew yourselves unto the priests. And it came to pass that as they went, they were cleansed. And one of them, when he saw that he was healed, turned back and with a loud voice glorified God, and fell down on his face at his feet, giving him thanks. And he was a Samaritan. And Jesus answering, saying, were there not 10 cleansed? But where are the 9? There are not found that return to give glory to God, save this stranger. And he said unto him, arise, go thy way, thy faith hath made thee whole. And when he demanded of the Pharisees when the kingdom of God should come, he answered them and said, the kingdom of God cometh not with observation, neither shall they say, lo here, or lo there, for behold, the kingdom of God is within you. So if we all say, man, I want the kingdom of God to come, man, I want heaven to come, man, I can't wait to go there, man, I can't wait to see it. Well, this thing here is saying that we won't be able to say, lo, here it is. Lo, there it is, because God's kingdom is within you. So that means something needs to be brought out. Yeah, I know y'all can't see it. I was reading it. It's Luke 17:21. It says, lo, you won't be able to say, lo, here it is. There it is, because God's kingdom is within you. So there's a work that we have to do on ourselves and collectively to bring the kingdom of heaven, bring the kingdom of God out so that we can establish it and then see it on earth. But it's within us. The Spirit of God is where? Within us. We are the real temple of God. So we pray to the God. We have that communication. In other words, reaffirm what we believe in, but the power and force is in us. We have to make a plan if God is the best of planners. In the Quran, it says they scheme, but he too schemed. And he's the best. And he considers their plans. He considers their thoughts when he's planning. We should think and do the same. Anything that we have not accomplished, man, I want us to really just analyze it. Did I really have a strategic plan that I kept up with? And when I look back on my life, I could say, nope. Nope, if you didn't accomplish it, it's probably because I didn't have no strategic plan. I was shooting from the hip. I did it some days, I did some other days. Right? But when I had a plan and I stuck to it 3 times per day, 4 times per day, I may not have gotten the fruit in a week, but I got it due to having a consistent plan. And if we look at nature, just because you plant the seed and you water it a little bit, don't mean that it's going to come next week. It may take up, man, look, and then sometimes it may not be the right season. My favorite fruit, man, is watermelon. Oh, boy, that watermelon. Ooh, it's something about a sweet watermelon, boy. But when it's wintertime, I can't expect watermelons in abundance, not an organic watermelon. Yeah, not one with them black seeds in there. So sometimes it's not that you're not doing the right thing. Sometimes it's that you're just not in the right season for you to germinate. And you think, oh, well, it's not meant to be because I haven't been plucked. It's not meant to be because I'm not getting my light. I'm not getting my sunshine. No, it may not be time for you yet. It's not that you're not watering it properly. It's not that you didn't plant it properly. It's that it's just not your season yet. It's not your time. And some of us are giving up. We digging up the seed because you didn't see it sprout yet. And it's just not your time. Sometimes it may not be the seed it may be the soil. So some of us are planting in a soil that's not the right soil. You're in the wrong environment, but you blaming you and it's the environment that you're in. The environment that you may be in is not conducive to your growth. And it's not until you put the seed maybe in another environment that thing sprout up faster than you can think. Brother Coach Khan broke this down one time. He said, look, get you a bottle of water. You go to 7-Eleven in the hood, that bottle of water may be $1.79. But when you take that same bottle of water and you take it to Six Flags when it's hot outside, oh, that same water bottle gonna be $7. Now you take that same water bottle and you go to the airport. How much that bottle of water costs at the airport? Then you take that same bottle of water and you take it to a nice Marriott or a luxury hotel and you go downstairs to get you a bottle of water. How much does it cost? So it's not that you wasn't worthy. It's not that you wasn't worth that amount of dollars. You just was in the wrong environment. And when you get in the right environment, people are going to instantly value you. So you ain't got to be other than yourself. You just being you is already worthy. You just got to find that environment. All you gonna have to do is accept your own and what? Be yourself. Man, that type of feeling is, whoo, that's a beautiful feeling. When you ain't gotta be something that you not, when you just accept your own and you just being yourself and people value you by you just being yourself, that's some peace there, man. Man, ain't no amount of money in the world, boy. Yeah, you making $100,000, you making all this money, but you gotta constantly be other than you. You can't speak what you really want to speak, say what you really want to say, believe what you really want to believe, but you got money. Man, that's still slavery. Rich nigga. But man, to have your bills covered, you may not be a millionaire, but man, you able to do what you want to do. You can be who you want to be, think how you want to think. Man, that's freedom. That's freedom right there, man. Ooh. So the environment, that's important. It's important. The environment that you're in, the mindset that you're in. See, the environment is not just, watch this now, because I know what you're thinking when I said environment. And I was talking about that too. You thinking, man, I got to get up out this damn house. Oh, man, I got to get away from my uncle. I got to get away from my mom. The environment is also the thought that's in your mind. Your mind is the environment that the thought is first in. How about that one? Yeah. My mind, see, when the thought comes up and God blesses me with an idea, my mind is the first environment that it's in. Nah, I don't know about that. Nah, I ain't good enough. Nah, they ain't gonna buy that for me. Nah, they wouldn't pay that much for me. Nah, I can't see that. See, you the first environment. Your own mind. How about that? So before mama say anything, before daddy disagree with anything, before a friend on social media deny anything, you denied it yourself, which probably attracted those who reinforced what you already thought. Because see, when you got a certain conviction, oh, you'll make somebody a believer. You'll make somebody a believer. When you believe in you so much, man, you can have a certain conviction that just, I just somebody, his spirit, it make me believe him. But when you timid, when you soft, when you barely believe what you saying coming out of your own mouth, I don't believe that. Hey man, I got a, pretty good, it's pretty good product. And, I think it'll be able to help you out. And, I just believe that, it has the possibility. No, man, I got a product that'll change your life, man. I got a product. If you got this problem, man, it will change your life in the next 60 days, brother. I'm telling you what this will do for you. See, that's a different type of, man, that's a different type of conviction. That ain't being arrogant, man. That's just, man, I know what this product can do for you. But hell, if you don't know what it'll do for them, they ain't finna believe it coming out of your mouth. You giving an energy when you speak. You got to be firm. Sister, when you read this, Earl, oh, sister, I know you done tried everything. Oh, I know, man, but listen, I'm telling you, I put together a formula specifically for you. When you get this here, when you get this here, man, this gonna be something you've never seen, thought of before. Me just saying it like that'll make you say, damn, I gotta get that book. How much it costs, brother? So we gotta be more, see, we the first environment. That's what rappers do. Rappers put on their jewelry. Rappers have a certain swag. Man, some of them dudes saying they'll have y'all thinking they killers, but they conviction. You don't want to mess with that brother. Brother ain't shot nobody in his whole life, but he got you thinking, man, that dude should kill you. Just because his conviction with his words, with his persona. He says so much he believe he a killer. He ain't shot nobody. So conviction, your belief is you the first environment. You the first impression. When we listening to the minister, do the minister sound like he doubt the teachings? Man, he believes in the teaching 1000%. That's why we attracted to him. Man, he ain't guessing. He ain't, well, I think the Honorable Elijah. No, the most Honorable Elijah Muhammad said 57,255,000 square miles. He ain't, well, I think, I mean, I believe. No, man. When he's speaking with passion, conviction. It make you say, ooh, I gotta follow this brother here. Ooh, I don't know what he just said, brother. I don't know what that means. But good God Almighty, I don't know who Moses is. I don't know who Yakub is. Oh man, I don't know who these man. I don't know. Oh, this grafting. I don't know what none of that means. But when the way he said it, see, what is your conviction like? What is your belief like? Do we believe it? Do we believe it? So, belief is first. Belief in self. And sometimes, listen, family, for those of y'all who have this problem, because I know some of you secretly have this problem, family don't support you. Oh, the nation don't support me. Oh, ain't nobody buying it. Listen, God called you directly. It wasn't no conference call. God didn't call a Zoom call and say, everybody, all your friends and family, come to this vision I'm finna bestow on him and bestow on her. He called you directly, and that nighttime you was asleep, you had a little vision, or you was sitting up at night, couldn't go to sleep, and you got this idea. That was a one-on-one call. He didn't call them. So stop expecting them to believe in a vision that was given to you. It wasn't given to them. Now you upset. Oh, they didn't buy. Oh, they didn't share my video. They didn't share my post. Man, so what? You letting that stop you from being consistent? Of course they don't see it. It wasn't given to them. It was given to you. So it's in your responsibility to take what he's given to us out of our mind, work, will it, bring it into reality, then they'll see it. Stop being depressed and down because not enough people can see what you see. If you believe it, then bring it into reality. So thank y'all for listening. That is my lecture for the day. And I hope something was said that inspires you. I hope something was said that motivates you to just go another day, believe in yourself. And the 6 most important words from Master Farrakhan Muhammad, ultimately, accept your own and be yourself. Well, what is myself? Myself is a righteous Muslim. Oh, I don't like that Muslim word, Brother Ben. I just joined the power call because I like it. I'm not Muslim. Well, how about this? A righteous person who submits their will to do the will of God. If you want to start right there, let's just start right there. You are a righteous person that submits their will to do the will of God. And if he gave you the vision, it's your will to carry it out and bring it into fruition. If we just accept that and just say, you know what, I'm going to submit. And what did the still away say? It said, I have 2 choices. I can do what I want to do or do what I have to do. The choice is mine. So which one are we going to choose for the rest of this month? Which one are we going to choose for the rest of this year? Are we going to choose what we want to do or choose what we have to do? And y'all finna see me get big. I'm finna get swole. Next time y'all saw, I'm finna get swole. I'm getting stretch marks already. I've been working out lately, boy. I've been doing my push-up. Oh yeah, y'all finna see a bigger brother being coming soon. I'm about to challenge myself. I said, man, I've been talking about pain and difficulty. I'm finna do something I don't really want to do. I really don't want to work out. Arms be sore like a mug, man. Barely can move my arm. I said, man, I'm finna start working out, boy. I'm finna get back in. I'm finna start working out again. So y'all stay tuned on my journey now. When y'all start seeing that chest fell out, them little shoulders get a little broader, boy, y'all, okay. Y'all know I've been working. I've been doing what I need to do not what I want to do. Boy, you know, working out really, listen, let me say something, man. Working out really challenges your mind. Because, man, you have a constant battle with Satan, the devil. No, don't work out today. No, brother, you ain't got to do another set. No, make that the last push up. No, I mean, it's a constant battle. I don't have no other meeting. What you talking about? Our next meeting ain't till 11, right? I don't remember having no meeting at 10:30. I don't know about that. You're going to have to keep me to I may be wrong, but I thought it was at 11. But, man, you have a constant back and forth with yourself. Man, damn, brother, you start using deceptive intelligence. Oh, well, if you don't do it tomorrow, brother, you know your body need rest, and rest is a workout too. See? So I get to lying to myself, telling myself, "Oh, brother, you ain't got to do it tomorrow, brother. You need to just rest, let your muscles come on back." And I know that's somewhat true, but it challenges you when I'm jump roping and I'm doing my jump rope and my calf muscles get to burning and getting tired. No, brother, you can stop now. No, then the other side say you got 3 more minutes. Dang, man. So I challenge y'all, man, to start working out. Start working out, man. If you can master that, see, that's instant, that's pain that you're putting on yourself. But here's the key. Here's how I'm training my mind. I know that the pain is good. If I don't have pain the following day, that means I ain't worked out. So I'm striving to train myself to be comfortable being uncomfortable, to be comfortable with my arms being sore, to be comfortable walking around with my calf muscles burning and on fire, to be comfortable having to walk upstairs knowing good and well it hurt my legs. See, if I can get comfortable with that and train my mind to see that as normal, when difficulty comes up in my life, when pain comes up in my life, I have a mental strength that's ready to handle it. And I won't back down at the first sign of pain. Oh, I done brought Sister Diabra out now. I knew I was going to bring a number one out one of these days. Come on, Sister Diabra, what you got? I was just trying to bring a number one out.
That is so funny. Okay, so let's see here. Well, I took some notes. And I just want to start and say that I don't believe in a mystic God or a spook God, but I have to ask myself, is that true? Because sometimes my actions say differently. So I'm learning to see myself through Eat That Frog. My procrastination has been my downfall. It's not that I don't want to do whatever it is. It's a lack of time management. And along with that, I get easily frustrated. And it's like I shut down, being overwhelmed. So this stems from being a supervisor at the PNC Bank, which was formerly Citizens Fidelity Bank. I was a section supervisor there with several hourly deadlines. The minute I walked into the place, I had a deadline. So our jobs were, encoding people's personal checks that reject for whatever reason, balancing totals back to the printout, giving the canceled checks getting the canceled check ready for the couriers to come and get it, just anything that was dealing with the banks. And sometimes we would have to literally get a runner from the building to go meet a plane and put the canceled checks on there too. So I know I have a lot of engrams debts, and that's why I'm embarking on becoming a Dynetics auditor. I've already taken my first course in Dynetics, and they try to steer me in the direction of being a Scientologist. But my minister led us in the path of Dynetics, and that's it. Because what they're saying in Dynetics, it's actually already in our lessons. So I need to, we as a people, particularly myself, need our minds probed probe by the use of the Dynetics system to be free of the engrams we don't know we already have. And that's when I listened to you and brother Coach Khan, how when you're talking to people, I remember one session, Brother Ben, you was talking to me and I was getting frustrated, but after I thought about it later on, before I got off the phone call, then I was seeing that you was pulling out of me what I didn't know was in me. And I appreciate that. And I see that in you, and I see that in Coach Khan. When you're dealing with people, you pulling out of us what's hidden, what's dormant. And then we realize what that is, and then we work to improve it. And that's all I have to say. And thank you.
Praise be to Allah. Yes, ma'am. Well, I'm not gonna keep y'all too much longer. I think we started at 9. So yeah. Great feedback today. Thank you all for sharing your feedback. Tomorrow we will be on a new lecture, or on a new whatever we choose to come up with. But hopefully you guys enjoyed today. And if you guys don't mind sharing your testimony, those of y'all who did not share anything, maybe you're not in a position to come off the mic, maybe just sharing something text wise inside of the power call, or what you got out of class, or what you got out of what the minister said, or what you got out of the feedback. That's always helpful for us to keep the dialogue going afterwards. So thank y'all for listening. Y'all have a blacktastic day. Assalamu alaikum.